Hi everyone, this is the Billiards Doctor here. So in today's video, I wanted to answer the question that someone had where they had problems that when they were lining the ball up, the angle looked correct, but then when they went down the shot, the angle ended up being wrong. So how I would deal with that is I would first start by obviously do what you're doing, find the angle. So if I'm trying to make the 15, I find the angle. I align my left foot on the line, this is for left-handers, left foot on the line, 45-degree angle, step in with your right foot. Now, this is where you can practice having your right foot at different positions. Some people have them further in front, kind of more of an American stance. Other people like their right foot to be further back. It's up to you. But whatever you do, your left foot, if you're left-handed, your left foot must be on the shot line. That's really important. And you should really try to keep it at a 45-degree angle to that shot line. So once I get my position that I feel feels most comfortable, my cue is stay on this line the whole time. It hasn't changed. Okay, my cue is not twisting. The cue is on this line. I see the line. I have the rest of my body go around the cue. So the cue is staying still. It's not moving. I come down, still on the cue. Everything is still on this line. So you see the line of the cue is staying the same. Okay, so I line up the cue stays positioned, I can even hold the tip down, come in, the cue is staying at the same position, and I come down, and now I'm still on the line. Okay, parts that could go wrong during this is what I just said seems really simple. There are a lot of ways that this could go wrong. The first way that this could go wrong is if you're lining it up in the back, and you're lining it up, let's say, automatically over the middle of your chin. Or if you're left-handed, let's say this, you're left-handed, everything left-handed, so I'm shooting left-handed, and I line this up, because this is my left hand, I automatically line it up over my left eye, because it's just easier that way. It's difficult to line it up over here, right, if I'm left-handed. So I just, like this, line it over my left eye, and then when I get down on the shot, I go over my right eye, or I go in the middle of my chin. And now all of a sudden, my angle looks different. So the angle that I had it lined up at, going to my left eye, when I get down, I'm going over to the right of my chin. The angle looks wrong. So what you need to do is figure out which is your dominant eye. Is it your right, left? Do you prefer to go in the middle of the chin? Figure that stuff out separately. Once you figure out, for me, I'm right eye dominant. So when I line up the shot, I'm lining it up either in the middle or just slightly to the right. So I'm lining it up in the right side. The cue is looking down the line of the cue on my right eye, okay? If I lined it up in the middle of my chin when I'm looking down the cue and go onto my right eye, things are gonna look different. So you wanna keep it as right eye. If I'm right eye dominant, I'm gonna line it up on the right side. So I'm looking at the right side. Notice the cue is going through the right half of my body, so it's over my right eye. Line up my feet, left foot, 45-degree angle, walk in with the right foot. I'm still keeping it, I'm going directly down. It's still over my right eye the whole time, okay? So it's over my right eye here, come down, still over my right eye, whole time. Right eye the whole time, okay? If you do those steps and the cue stays in the same position, the cue should not change, period. And your angle should look the same whether you're on top, you're up here, you're standing up, or you're down at the cue. Both should give you the same angle. Regardless, one other thing to keep in mind, if you're still having trouble getting down the cue, if you're up here and you come down and the angle looks different, then, well, obviously if you're doing everything you can, what you can try doing, which is what I do that really helps me, is keep your chin elevated above the cue. So when I come down on the shot, I usually shoot with my chin maybe 4 or 5 inches above the cue, right up here. I notice that helps me see the angles better, and it gives my elbow more room and my forearm more room to move. So that helps me. So if I were you, I would try having your chin a little bit above, keeping your cue at that straight line all the way down, and if you do all those steps, then hopefully your alignment will be better. Another thing to keep in mind is that it's possible that if you're lining up the shot and you come down, if your elbow is not in that straight line I talked about, your forearm's not straight up and down, it could be that when you come down, you move your elbow. And all of a sudden the line's different. See that? So if you come down, if you get everything right, and you come down, and when you come down, your elbow is not right up and down, but instead it's inward or it's outward, or something your elbow is changing, that's going to change the angle too. So you want to keep all that in mind when coming down. So so what I do, I'm back here, I see the angle. Sometimes you can put your cue on the line to give you a better shot. Left foot on the line, this is again for left-handers. Left foot on the line, right foot step in, okay? Right foot step in, keep your cue still on the line, everything's still on the line. Come down on the line, come down on the line, chin's 4 or 5 inches above. I see the line, I see the ball, and there it is, just like that. So obviously, you know, your stance is going to put together all of the factors that we've talked about in all my videos. It's going to put together dominant eye, the elbow, the chin, every single thing, the focus, everything that you could think of. So what I would do is I'd go back to the basics and try to figure out what it is that's causing your alignment to change as you go down on the cue. And it may be something as simple as the alignment's the same, but your eyes are tricking you because you're lining it up as a middle of the chin, you're going down, and then all of a sudden you're going right eye down, so you're going over the right eye. So you want to figure out what your dominant eye is, and then you want to keep your dominant eye on that line the whole time. So if I'm lining up the ball, here, and I want to go in that pocket here, I want to be, when I set up my shot, I want it to be over my right eye. You know, you can go like this, right eye, over the right eye, keep it 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 over the right eye, now I'm down. So the right eye the whole time, the line is the same, and everything worked out great. And to be honest, you can also take baby steps. Start by over the right eye, over the right eye, over the right eye, shoot like this. After a while, shoot lower. After a while, you can go all the way down if that's what you prefer to do. I personally like to be a little elevated. I was very skeptical at first, and I've been playing pool for a while. I played in some national tournaments, and I was very skeptical. But after like trying this elevated form, which I copied off, basically one of my friends told me about it, and he said, watch Cheng Yu Long. This player from Chinese Taipei who's amazing. He does this very commonly, and it really helped me to see all the angles better. So that's what I would do. Obviously, like I said, there could be other issues such as your elbow is off alignment, but you want to kind of put everything together. You want to get your elbow right, you want to get your feet right, you want to get your shoulders right. For me, having my shoulders more square to the shot, more square like this, rather than like this. This is non-square. This is what Elvin Ocean does, where his shoulders are very much not square. But a lot of snooker players will go very square to the shot like I do, like this. So you got to figure out what all those little things are, and then you got to take it one step at a time. And like I said, focus on that line, keeping that line, keeping that line, keeping that line. Your cue should not be moving around as you come down. It should be staying straight on that line. Then you get to that line, and it's like that. Okay, so this is the Billiards Doctor. Thanks for watching. Feel free to send any other questions you have, and I will either make videos if I have time, or I'll just answer them right on the comments. Thanks for watching.